Welcome to Sydney, Australia, my new home. Every corner I turn seems to uncover another alleyway of art and intrigue. As amazing as the sights are, all signs seem to be pointing me in the same direction. Back to my desk to get my new eBay store up and running. Let's get to it. Hi, and welcome to Well-Read Wardrobe. I'm Kristen, a full-time American reseller now living in Sydney, Australia. I fell in love with this crazy guy about 5 years ago, had to figure out where we're going to live and which one of us would spread wings and go. Turns out it was me, so from Seattle to Sydney I went. Now that I'm here, it's time to start my eBay store. I like to start any new project with intention setting and goal listing. Why am I starting an eBay store? Well, to support myself. I'd like a job that is both creative and gives me the freedom to enjoy the outdoors and travel. With that in mind, let's get on. Big thanks to the Aussie Flipper, Matt, on YouTube for this checklist. It gave me everything I needed to know about starting overseas. My buyer account from 2020 was still intact, but I learned I could not sell until I had some Australian credentials. For me, this meant getting a tax file number, setting up an Australian bank account to link eBay to, and then I was able to go back to Matt's list and get an ABN, an Australian business number. The ABN process was quick, easy, and I had it within 24 hours. Next up was to select the store model that worked for me. Now, I'm going to start small at the very basic subscription and grow from there. Consistency seems to be the key to eBay, and it's my number one tip for new sellers listing on the platform. And I'm using it myself. I'm sticking to 5 a day, and on days that I have more time to dedicate, I'll just use their drafting feature to have things scheduled for days that I know I'm busier or out of the house. And I already have my inventory. That was my last video. So I should do pretty well to stay out of op shops and marketplaces, right? Yeah, no, I think not. That's only gonna last me so far. So let the listing begin. If you saw the last video, you know that I went through all of these items, carefully considering and weighing each item before placing it into a suitcase or box along with my personal items. Now let's get them listed and see if I made the right choices. I'm starting with a lot of Victoria's Secret and Lululemon, and if that plane ride told me anything, Lululemon is super popular here. But this inventory won't last me forever, and I want to sell things that are actually Australian. Like I needed an excuse. It's Saturday, the market is open, let's go see what they've got. Well, I will miss the Goodwill outlet bins from the States for sure. I am looking forward to these marketplaces and the local op shops. All of these are small vendors and they're selling their items anywhere from like $5, and I saw things upwards of $200 in the fashion world. Some brands that I recognized were Nasty Gal, lots of Zara, Princess Polly, and a few others. And then there were plenty of new brands that, you guys, I've got to learn. If my goal is to profit $500 a week and I'm only setting myself up to list 25 items a week, well, that means I need a $20 profit per minimum per item. I don't think there's anything here yet that has caught my eye where I can make that kind of money, but that's all right. We're gonna start small and see what we can flip. Now this brand, I know. I found it at the bins just a few weeks ago. It's called A-Brand Jeans, and the research I did while in the States showed it was a pretty decent seller. Now I'm here, it's on the table for $10. Let's bring it home and list it as item 6, an authentic Australian purchased item. But is it going to meet those profit margins? Well, I didn't run the comps until after I got home. Oops. Using only eBay as my comp source, it looks like people are listing these anywhere from 10 plus shipping all the way up to 120 for a new one. But the solds, well, that's where the real truth lies, and is not so great, guys. There are three solds, and they only sold for on average $30 plus shipping. Now, as a new seller, I am using some advice and I am listing all of my items with free shipping included. This should help me make some faster flips and get me some much needed feedback. All right, they're listed. That's 6 items in. Now, speaking of feedback, you might have noticed since this account is older, I do have 2 purchases already on this account, but 0% positive feedback. How is that possible? They're older than a year. One way to get quick feedback is to make a purchase. I went ahead and got these poly mailers that I definitely need for reselling. Here's the info on the screen. And that 0% feedback went to 100% feedback within 24 hours. You definitely don't have to have any feedback to start selling, but I feel like at a quick glance, this will reassure some buyers. And you guys, halfway into the second day of listing, I've already made a sale. This is fantastic news and will do so much. So, what did I sell? A Lululemon tank. I got a $25 offer, and I am offering free shipping on top of that as well. And lucky for me, I made a purchase last week on Poshmark, so I have a used poly mailer to go ahead and reuse one more time and send this on its way. Because shipping is new to me here, I am double checking, make sure I have the correct measurement in centimeters and the weight. That Dymo label printer in the back did come over with me as well, and I am super glad I have it for my new eBay store. eBay gave me, the seller, free shipping for my first sold item as well, so extra bonus and more profit. All right, she's signed, she's packaged, she's ready to get to the post office. This first sale feels very encouraging, and I'm super grateful that it's a beautiful day outside. So let's get walking to the post office and get this thing shipped same business day. It's not something I promise with my store. Right now I have it set to 2 business days, which I might reconsider. I think having it set at same business day or next day shipping might give you a boost in the algorithm. All right, we made it to the post office. Let's learn something about shipping. The options are Australian Post or Sendle. So let's see what's what. Here are 2 prepaid mailers that I bought while at the post office, a small and a medium. I think most clothing items could fit in the small, definitely the medium, and I do have my receipt and we'll do cost breakdowns in just a second. But first, I think it's time for a treat. You guys, my first sale, and I've only had an eBay store for 2 days. Absolutely going to have a gluten-free brownie and a flat white coffee. And I have the price breakdown of that as well. Only $6.70 American. All right, back to the shipping envelopes. Here's the price breakdown in both US and Australian dollars. And what about that sale that I made? Well, after fees, I made $18.81, which in American means $11.90. It's not near my goal, but it is a start. I'm also listing on Poshmark, but you guys, I don't have high hopes for this platform yet. They're a few years behind, but if you'd like to find out all there is to know about listing on Poshmark Australia, stay tuned for that series. It will be intermittent with eBay weekly updates. Hit the bell notification so you know when all videos go live. And that's it for this chapter. It's more of a to be continued. See you next time.